Mama no want no rice, no peas, no coconut oil. Mama no want no rice, no peas, no coconut oil. Ah, all she want is dandy shandy all the while. All she want is dandy shandy all the while.
All right. We're gonna do a well-known and well-loved old. It's an old folk song, but played often by Mento Band. Some people call it No Wheel and Turn Me. Some of us call it Jeremiah. But it's a story about a lady who was being courted by a soldier man. Listen what happens.
One soldier man comfy coat she says she no had nobody. Him give she 1 shilling and quarty. She take it by silk and satin. She wash it, she starch it, she iron it. She braid the pumping wing maca and 1 whole unconscionable jankro. Take it fling in a crevice and corner. No teary Jeremiah, no teary, no teary Jeremiah, no teary, no teary Jeremiah, no teary, no tear up she silk and satin. Away you the wheel and turn she, away you the wheel and turn she. You must say want me figure fall down, lick me belly pan tambourina. Away you the wheel and turn me, away you the wheel and turn me. You must say want me figure fall down, lick me belly pan tambourina. One soldier man comfy coat she says she no had nobody. Him give she 1 shilling and quarty. She take it by silk and satin. She wash it, she starch it, she iron it. She braid the pumping wing maca and 1 whole unconscionable jankro. Take it fling in a crevice and corner. No teary Jeremiah, no teary, no teary Jeremiah, no teary, no teary Jeremiah, no teary, no tear up she silk and satin. Away you the wheel and turn she, away you the wheel and turn she. You must say what she figure fall down, lick she belly pan tambourina. Away you the wheel and turn she, away you the wheel and turn she. You must say what she figure fall down, lick she belly pan tambourina. Away you the wheel and turn she, away you the wheel and turn she. You must say what she figure fall down, lick she belly pan tambourina.
So, like I was saying before, a lot of these songs, you know, they were telling the gossip. Because there were no newspapers back when, at least not in the country parts, when Mento was really popular. So we're going to do 2 songs back to back. One about this gentleman, he met a girl, looked lovely on the street, and when he took her home, she couldn't cook. And then we're going to talk about another country girl who went to town and saw all these soldiers and policemen in their uniforms, and all of a sudden, she discarded the handsome banjo player and the good-looking banjo man just because they don't have no uniform, right? So we're going to take you through those stylish girls.
stylish girls can cook rice and peas. Stylish girls can cook rice and peas. The bottom bun and the middle raw. The gravy tastes like a castor oil. And if you're feeling bad, go back and cook again. And if you're feeling bad, go back and cook again. Colic nearly kill me, colic nearly kill me, colic nearly kill me, say a parboiled rice. Colic nearly kill me, colic nearly kill me, colic nearly kill me, say a parboiled rice. And when you're feeling bad, go back and cook again. And if you're feeling bad, go back and cook again. Colic nearly kill me, colic nearly kill me, colic nearly kill me, say a parboiled rice. Colic nearly kill me, colic nearly kill me, colic nearly kill me, say a parboiled rice. And when you're feeling bad, go back and cook again. And when you're feeling bad, go back and cook again.
Colic nearly kill you, you have to go back and cook again. So no, this is the story of Miss Rebecca.
And when she saw the brigade man in them khaki and helmet, she said, away with the banjo man, away with the guitar man, them no wear uniform. The girls them no want no man, the girls them no want no man, the girls them no want no man, unless them wear uniform. Why, oh, your trousers no fit you. The waist too tight, pick out the foot and turn them in a 5-pound bag. The girls them no want no man. The girls them no want no man. The girls them no want no man, unless them wear uniform. I met a girl from the country by the name of Rebecca. The very day she come to Kingston, there was a big fire burn. And when she saw the brigade man in them khaki and helmet, she said, away with the banjo man, away with the guitar man, them no wear uniform. The girls them no want no man. The girls them no want no man. The girls them no want no man, unless them wear uniform. Why, oh, your trousers no fit you. The waist too tight, pick out the foot and turn them in a 5-pound bag. The girls them no want no man. The girls them no want no man. The girls them no want no man unless them wear uniform.
Despite all of that, the musician made out in the end. So remember, ladies, if you do need a man, a good man is a musician. Okay. We are going to give you a little bit more, and some of these are a little more recent Mento tunes that you would have heard. We're going to start a little slower one, talk about Island in the Sun. The reason because there was a gentleman by the name of Harry Belafonte who sang that song. And in those days, they used to call Mento Calypso. And we're going to talk about that a little bit because there was some confusion as to exactly what was Mento and what was Calypso. And he popularized the song. So we are going to do that song for the people who remember that from way back.
This is my island in the sun, where my people have toiled since time began. I may sail on many seas, but these old islands belong to me. Oh, island in the sun, willed to me by my father's hand. All my days I will sing in praise of your forest waters, your shining sand. I see woman on bended knee, cutting cane for her family. I see man at the waterside, casting nets at the surging tide. Oh, island in the sun, willed to me by my father's hand. All my days I will sing in praise of your forest waters, your shining sand.
At this time. Oh, I hear we can do a little more.
Oh, island in the sun, willed to me by my father's hand. All my days I will sing in praise of your forest waters, your shining sand. Oh, island in the sun, willed to me by my father's hand. All my days I will sing in praise of your forest waters, your shining sand.
Right. Back in the day, they used to call that Calypso, but it's not really Calypso. Made popular by Harry Belafonte. Now, there's a very special one. In Jamaica, we call a lot of people John because we didn't want to call them by their right names. And he was from Montego Bay, and he went to Kingston to meet a Kingston girl. So I won't tell you the story. Listen, you will hear his story. was crazy over good girls, and he met one with lots of girls. He said, I love you to death, free food and money you will get. But one thing you must understand, you must not run with a nigger man.
Why oh, nigga man a trouble me Kaisilo. Why oh, nigga man a trouble me Kaisilo. Leave my Kaisilo, leave my Kaisilo, leave my Kaisilo, nigga man, leave my Kaisilo.
Folks, we're up on a break, and we're just going. Of course, we have to feed the, you have to feed the mill. So we're taking a little break, put a little thing in the coffers, and we're gonna come right back with more of Tallawah in concert.
60 and bossy with J and Money.
What a way you look bossy, innit? J and Money, I give a dream vacation of go Yaawd, brethren. Move!
After you now we nothing, you trouble with luck.
All me have to do is send some money go a Yaawd, be a chance, and I eat that. Where?
Celebrate Jamaica 60 with J and Money for a chance to win a dream vacation for two to Jamaica, including airfare, resort stay, and more. Send money for a chance to win. J and Money 60 and bossy enough. No J and bank account required.
Listen, everyone can use a little pick-me-up. And when it's that time, reach for a bottle of Zion Organic Roots, made from all natural ingredients. Zion Roots in ginseng, tiger balm, bedroom bully is the natural alternative. Zion Roots is available at all local restaurants and Caribbean stores. Visit our website at zionrootsorganic.com or call 954-588-5203. Zion Roots, the natural alternative.
Jamaica, the home of authentic reggae music and reggae wear. Reggae wear, the gear for any occasion. Reggae wear, stylish. Reggae gear, fashionable. Authentic garments, the rhythm of Jamaica. Wrap yourself in the warmth of reggae wear. Get your reggae gear today. Visit www.yaawdmedia.com. Capture the rhythm of Jamaica in reggae wear. Vibrant colors for spring, summer, fall, and winter. Visit our website at www.yaawdmedia.com and get your reggae gear today.
Celebrate Jamaica 60 with J and Money for a chance to win a dream vacation for two to Jamaica. Send money for a chance to win. Competition runs from now until December 24th. J and Money 60 and bossy enough.
Okay, folks, we are back, and for those of you just joining us, today Sunday Scoops come to you live from Island Space Museum, and of course, this show is being brought to you with the compliments of Jamaica National Money Services, DMR Productions, and of course, this is a Yaawd Media Sunday Scoops event, and today we are featuring a live concert with the Tallawah Mento Band. Now, we have been regaled by a number of songs from this group over the past half an hour, and I'm sure, Colin, you have a grand set lined up for this second half an hour. But I want to take a few minutes just to throw some questions back at you. The lady to your right there has a instrument in her hand that maybe you want to just shed a little light, especially for our viewers and listeners out there, what this instrument is.
Well, I like the ladies to tell you what their instruments are.
Oops! Oops!
So she's going to tell us.
So this is a popular African instrument. This is a board. The inside, this is a string with the beads on it, which is called a shikiri. And so it makes, you can make loud noise, or it can be soft and down and around, and it gives you lovely music. African instrument.
Absolutely. Colin, you're right. As I said, you better the lady tell you about her own things because you see, oh, she finessed the thing, you know. It can make loud noise and it can make very soft noise. And what if there is any such thing as a soft noise? I see it. The gentleman to your which left.
Yeah, the
is
other
sitting
right.
on a box that has a huge piece of history in the Mento Band.
Yes.
And this instrument is called a?
Rumba box.
Tell us about that rumba box, Colin.
The rumba box originally is an African instrument. Of course, all black people come from Africa, and we take our culture where we go. But this instrument is known as a kalimba. Some people call it a marimba box when it got to Jamaica. It came to Jamaica by way of Cuba. The Jamaicans, we call it rumba box because they played rumba in Cuba. And for anybody who have listened to Caribbean music and you listen to rumba, there are some similarities with mento. There are some similarities with begin, which is the music in Martinique and places like those. And even our Haitian music, there are similarities. So our neighboring islands actually has an influence on our Jamaican music. And one of the strong influence is the rumba box. We have some songs from other islands, which later on we will do some of that. The banjo is also originally African. And it's a very important instrument to mento and the guitars. Mento is a polyrhythmic music, meaning that you're playing several rhythms at the same time. For example, you see three banjo guitar players here. They are playing different rhythms as we play. The rumba box is the bass, so you won't. I mean, of course, there are bands today that will play the bass in a mento band by using an electronic bass. We try to keep it in its original form and try to use the instruments as it would be back in the 20s and 30s. So we use the rumba box for our bass. You have three basic elements for mento music. Is the melodic, the harmonic, and the rhythmic. The rhythmic, of course, is your shakira, your shaka shaka, as we would call it in Jamaica, your shake shake, and yes, I hear one over there, maracas, right, okay, and your drums. Okay, later on we're gonna introduce some drums, right? The rhythmic is primarily your guitars and banjo. And for the melodic, you would have bamboo five back in the day, or violin, or flute for those who could afford a flute. So once you have those basic elements, you can have a mento band. So in other words, you need a minimum of 3 or 4 to have a mento band. But that is not to say you can't have a 15-piece mento orchestra, because back in the day, there was people like Mapletop Pool in Jamaica who had a big band. And I think that band was in the region of 20 persons. Wow. And they played some really good mento music. And some of us will remember Carlos Malcolm of later years. And some of the old mento bands would be fairly large. For example, the Hiltoneers and the Ticklers are two of the old names. that you would hear with Mento. Hiltoneers, because they used to play at the Hilton Hotel in Jamaica. And then there was Harold Richardson and the Ticklers. By the way, Mento bands have some of the most interesting names. Most of all, the leaders of the band, I haven't yet crowned myself with one of those names. But they were either a lord or a count. So you would hear of Lord Power, yes, Count Lasher, Lord Flea, and so on, you know.
You also had Lord Fly.
Lord Fly, yes. Lord Antics, Lord Tanamo, right? A whole list of them, as a matter of fact, was make Lord Lebe, right? Stanley and the Turbines. And speaking of Mento bands, there are some Mento bands I would like to mention. First of all, it is Theodore Miller. He was back in the 30s, regarded as a godfather of Mento, because when it really became popular. And you know what a true St. Elizabeth man looked like? He looked like a certain member of the audience here, who is a reverend father. I won't say anything like that. A ready one, right? And he played the violin. And his band was T. Miller and his orchestra, right? And they played some good Mento band, as they would say these days, wicked Mento. So if you get a chance and you go on the internet, look up Theodore Miller, okay? Then you had some people who, in the early days, played a lot to the development of Mento, and I can't talk about Mento without mentioning Chin's Mento Sextet, with people like Alert Bedasi and Everett Williams, and Mr. Chin, I don't remember what Chin he was, but those three gentlemen, they wrote a lot of Mento tunes back then and kept it going. So, like I said, Mento has a lot to do in our history. They carried news, they tell you what was going on. Before we took the break, and I was about to stop, you probably heard me say, Bagwak. Now, that's a very useful word in Mento. It's a tradition. Mento bands sometimes tend to play very long. And in playing very long, the leader of the band, when he thinks it's time to stop, he would say, Bagwak. And that took its rise from when the Port Antonio train would be coming into Kingston. The last stop was Bagwak. And the conductor would say, Bagwak, and you know, you're one more stop and you're Kingston. So the Mento bands adopted that, where the leader said Bagwak to say to the players of the instrument, in one more verse or one more chorus, you stop. Okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to regale us with a few more selections here, Colin, as we get started the second segment.
Yes.
And let me throw that back over to you.
Yes, okay. Let's see where I am now. Magadog. Yes.
Magadog, turn round, bite you. Jump out of frying pan, bound for jump in a fire. Sorry for Magadog, turn round, bite you. You jump out of frying pan, you're bound for jump in a fire. When you come from country in a country truck, tell me, say you look like a rock. Girl, go away from me. Me no love to see you around me. Sorry for Magadog, turn round, bite you. Jump out a frying pan, you better be jumping a fire. turn round, bite you. You jump out a frying pan, you bound to jump in a fire. You see you come from country in a country truck. Tell me say you a look like a walk. Girl, from me. Me see you around me. Sorry for Maga dog. Maga dog turn round bite you. You jump out of fire time. You jump in a fire.
Sorry for Maga dog. Now, there is another one. There's a certain gentleman who likes that particular tune. Tell you what happened that early morning when you're careful or you take a bath down by the river, because you could have certain jamborees that's going on. It was at a big jamboree. If you want to hear the pillar, come on with the sights of the morning. If you want to hear the pillar, come on with the sights of the morning. Man the pillar for high, woman the pillar, man the pillar for high, woman the pillar. King. 1, 2, 1, 2. On that right Sunday morning, you should have been there to hear the love. On that right Sunday morning, man that belong go high, woman that belong gang. Man that belong go high, woman that belong gang. For that yes, so be careful how you go to Riverside Sunday morning. You never can tell who will be down there laughing at you. Mento gave rise to a lot of our other music. In fact, the same Mento rhythm that you have, if you listen to the people in the Poco Church, it's the same rhythm. If you're listening to Rocksteady, it's the same thing. you're listening to reggae all the way down to dancehall. So after Mento became popular, there was ska, and there's a whole there's another story for another time to tell you how the ska really developed, but suffice it to say, it was developed and influenced by that. So we're going to play a few ska tunes now, which in our thing we call it the ska medley.
Genesis and Exodus, Leviticus and Numbers, Deuteronomy and Joshua, Judges and Ruth. These are the 6 and the 7 books. They wrote them all. You have the 6 and the 7 books. Genesis and Exodus, Leviticus and Numbers, Deuteronomy and Joshua, Judges and Ruth. These are the 6 and the 7 books. They wrote them all. You have the 6 and the 7 books. They wrote them all. They wrote them all. They wrote them
Don't worry about this song on the microphone. Going through.
This carol go bring come, my dears, bring Israel. This carol go bring come, my dears, bring Israel. You're going from home to home, making disturbances. It's time you start fooling yourself. You Jezebel. The meek shall inherit the earth. You are Jezebel. How long shall the wicked reign over my people? oppression upon an innocent man. Time will tell on you, you old Jezebel. How long shall the wicked reign over my people? How long shall the wicked reign over my people? How long shall the wicked reign over my people? How long shall the wicked reign over my people?
I can feel those chains walking over when you held me tight. Now I feel those chains walking over when you say goodnight.
Oh, what a sweet sensation. Lord, what strange emotion. You got love and devotion,
and I won't forget your charm. Now there's nothing left for me to say, boy, but stay in your world. You've got so much soul deep inside you,
and love.
that's pure and gold.
Oh, what a sweet sensation. Lord, what strange emotion. You got love and devotion. But stay
You've got so much soul deep inside you,
and love.
that's pure and gold.
Oh, what sweet sensation. Lord, what strange emotion. You got love and devotion,
And I won't forget your charm.
oh, what sweet sensation.
And I won't forget your charm. And I won't forget your charm. And I won't forget your charm. And I won't forget your charm.
Okay, that was a nice tribute to another group that really take Jamaica on the map, the Scatterlights, that whole Scat series. Must point out too that some of the songs that you guys did earlier, Maga Dog, you want to hear Duppy Laugh. I remember Peter Tosh went into that catalog, and that was it became part of his own when he revisited that catalog of works. It, again, just goes to show the kind of influence that Mento has had. We're up on a break. We're gonna take a minute to sort of feed the animal, if you will, and we get right back into some more of our concert this afternoon with the Tallawah Mento Band.
Listen, everyone can use a little pick-me-up. And when it's that time, reach for a bottle of Zion Organic Roots, made from all natural ingredients. Zion Roots in ginseng, tiger bone, bedroom bully is the natural alternative. Zion Roots is available at all local restaurants and Caribbean stores. Visit our website at zionrootsorganic.com or call 954-588-5203. Zion Roots, the natural alternative.
60 and bossy with J and Money.
What a way you look both in it. Jay and Money, I give a dream vacation of go Yaawd, brethren. Move.
After you now we nothing. You travel with luck.
All me have to do is send some money go a Yaawd for your chance and I eat that. Where?
Celebrate Jamaica 60 with Jay and Money for a chance to win a dream vacation for two to Jamaica, including airfare, resort stay, and more. Send money for a chance to win. Jay and Money 60 and bossy enough. No Jam bank account required.
Jamaica, the home of authentic reggae music and reggae wear. Reggae wear, the gear for any occasion. Reggae wear, stylish. Reggae gear, fashionable, authentic garments, the rhythm of Jamaica. Wrap yourself in the warmth of reggae wear. Get your reggae gear today. Visit www.yawdmedia.com. Capture the rhythm of Jamaica in reggae wear. Vibrant colors for spring, summer, fall, and winter. Visit our website at www.yawdmedia.com and get your reggae gear today.
Okay, and we are back, and today Sunday Scoops is coming to you live from the island, the one and only Island Space Museum. It's the one and only cultural space that is dedicated to the peoples of the Caribbean and promoting our culture. And today we are featuring live the Tallawah Mento Band. And of course, if you just clap, yes, absolutely. If you're just joining us, no, we're not on a white rum today, but we're gonna continue to regale you with some of the music, original Jamaican music. And of course, I want to make the point, because Colin did say that Mento music while we in Jamaica have embraced it as our own, the music has had extended its wings, if you will, throughout the rest of the Caribbean. And I'm sure Colin is gonna talk to us a little bit more about that as we get into the second phase. But I wanna throw something at you, Colin. Just before we went to the break, I mentioned the fact that some of the songs that you had performed earlier, most of us who are listeners and consumers of the music, we probably would recognize those songs in the reggae genre. Peter Tosh in particular, who, you know, the Magadog song I mentioned, You Want to Hear Duppy Laugh, that kind of thing. And to realize that this is coming from the Mento era. Talk to us a little bit about how the Mento has influenced the music, reggae and the other genres coming forward.
Okay, so Mento heyday was in 20s, 30s, 40s, and to some extent in the 50s. After the war, in the 50s, early 50s, people started to have things like radios. And you had a lot of foreign music, as they would call it, mainly US music, coming into play. And especially the jazz and the blues from the United States. And what would happen, these would be played on the radio. So Mento Band started to play some of these music. And what happened if you get that Dixie jazz, it's a little bit different. So in order to play those music, the timing that they would play in the music didn't quite fit the Mento. So what the Jamaican musicians did was cut out some of that and got into the ska and just go with it. Steve, yes, just demonstrate for me. Yeah. Okay. So that is how it. Whereas the Mento was more. Interestingly about Mento, you think you are hearing 4/4, but there's almost a pregnant beat by that meaning it missing in Mento, because there's a push from that fourth beat which takes you into the first beat of the other bar, you know, which is not really played, but it's heard. So you can hear right away there's a little bit, yes, coming there.
The late Bonnie Whaler would say, you play the one, the two, the third and the fourth beat, yeah, and you imagine the next beat.
The one drop.
Yes.
Yes. So, as I spoke earlier about some of the functions that are meant, every village back then, in my time in the 40s and 50s, you would have a Mento band in almost every village. And so, baby born, them having a baby party, Mento band would be there. You have a wedding, Mento band would be there. You have a funeral, Mento band would be there. So it was almost a fixture, like for 9 nights and all that sort of thing. However, with the introduction of Rastafari, that also brought another dimension, and more emphasis was played on the drums and the Nyabingi rhythm. And combined also, Mento Band started to play. We're going to do some Nyabingi songs right now, just to show how Mento is adaptable to different music forms. In another show, we'll talk about Mento as classical music. We'll demonstrate some of the music we had from Cuba, some of the music we have from Haiti, and so on, and bring that in. So today we stayed with the roots, eh? So we're going to do now a song called, and since we have a priest here and he was a bit shy, we have a priest in the audience, but he's not saying prayers for us, so we are going to sing it.
Our Father, who art in Zion, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come on earth, thy will be done on earth. Hallowed be thy name. Our Father, who art in Zion, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come on earth, thy will be done on earth. Hallowed be thy name. And if your conscience set you free, pray on. If your conscience set you free, pray on. And if your conscience set you free, pray on. If your conscience set you free, pray on. Our Father, who art in Zion, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come on earth, thy will be done on earth. Hallowed be thy name. Your conscience set you free, pray on. If your conscience set you free, pray on. If your conscience set you free, pray on. If your conscience set you free, pray on. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Oh, rock my soul. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Oh, rock my soul. Bridge so high that you can't get over it. Bridge so high you can't get over it. Bridge so high you can't get over it. Oh, rock my soul. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Oh, rock my soul. Bridge so low that you can't get under it. Bridge so low that you can't get under it. Bridge so low that you can't get under it. Oh, rock my soul. Rock Rock on my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock on my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock on my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Oh, rock on my soul. Rock on my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock on my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Rock on my soul in the bosom of Abraham. Oh, rock on my soul. Fly away home to Zion, fly away home. Fly away home to Zion, fly away home. One bright morning, when man work is over, man will fly away home. Zion, fly away home. Fly away home to Zion, fly away home. One bright morning, when man work is over, man will fly away home. One bright morning, when man work is over, man will fly away home. One bright morning, when man work is over, man will fly away home. By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, and yeah, we wept when we remember Zion. By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, and yeah, we wept when we remember Zion. For the wicked carry us away captivity, required from us a song. How can we sing King Alpha song in a strange land? For the wicked carry us away, captivity required from us a song. How can we sing King Alpha song in a strange land? Of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, oh Lord. So let the words of our mouths and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in thy sight, oh Lord.
This part of it, but we're gonna do another one which you've probably heard of sessions like that. You've heard about a man named Bedward who used to dip the people in the healing stream.
One day me go down a August town, but me never go down a Mona. I was invited to that place by a young man named Barjona. Now when me go down a August town, me looking at the healing stream. Me see bread a bed would a dip the people them down in a the healing stream. Oh, dip them bed would dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them for cure bad feeling. Oh, dip them bedwood, dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them for cure bad feeling. Some ride jackass, but them can't get no pass. We go dipping at the healing stream. Some carry junkie yam, figure nyam with them hand. Figure dipping at the healing stream. Oh, dip them bedwood, dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them for cure bad feeling. Oh, dip them bedwood, dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them for cure bad feeling. Some come from the east like a big Lego beast, figure dipping at the healing stream. Some ride jackass, but them can't get no pass, figure dipping at the healing stream. Oh, dip them bedward, dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them for cure bad feeling. Oh, dip them bedward, dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them for cure bad feeling. Them bedward, dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them for cure bad feeling. Oh, dip them bedward, dip them in the healing stream. Dip them sweet but not too deep. Dip them for cure bad feelings.
I don't know. Yes, we are going to have to sort of wrap it here at this point. But we promise you that the next time around we're going to...
No, you can't wrap up now. The people them just get sweet. So me don't know how, because we now open the gate for you can go outside. So, and the white robe just about to say, yeah, there you go. So you can't go nowhere yet. Listen, this is a treat for a lot of people. I mean, myself included. I'm a fan of the music. And a lot of these songs, you know, you grew up on it, but for the last so much, and I won't tell you how long time, you don't hear some.
And as usual, I have to interject.
Yes.
Because this man is talking about experiencing things as a kid. And a town he come from. You understand? No Mento Band never there town. Them they up at Red Hills and a town that. And a Rockfort in Barn and Gross.
Give the people the microphone. You see how old that this can take with. Some of the biggest Mento Band them are Kingston, you find them. Remember that? But seriously, you know, this is a massive part of our history, that our musical history.
And cultural history.
You know, that we take for granted and to a large extent is almost forgotten. You know, we talked about it earlier, how this music has influenced the music coming forward. And that's why we're gonna have to do this final segment where we're looking at that influence. I'm sorry if you have somewhere else. This is a history, this is like a school. People out there with them book and pencil up thing. And we're gonna slate and thing. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Introduce yourself again.
My name is Philip Cross. I'm one of the guitarists here. But I need to tell you, our director of this band, Mr. Colin Smith, recently got an award by the government of Jamaica for the preservation of cultural, I can't remember the exact words, indigenous and cultural music. So, hey. So we have to big up our leader. So at least it's recognized, and I know the Consul General is one of our big fans as well. So we have to recognize Colin for what he has done. And you've heard some of the things. We all learn things when we sit with him. Thank you, sir.
Well, you know, Colin, there's a much bigger audience out there that is learning from this experience in particular. That is one of the reasons why we're going to, what's the term, God? Imploring you to give us a little bit more before you.
Yeah, brata.
A little brata, right?
Yeah, don't know that word either.
We on a little break,
Yes.
so while you can compose yourself, we're gonna take that break. We're gonna come back. I know you probably have a schedule that you wanna keep, but we're gonna beg you a little bit more, and then of course we wanna talk a little bit about the NDTC that has its performance coming up here next weekend.
Saturday in Cutler Bay and Sunday in Miramar.
Yeah, let's run to the break first. We come back and we take.
Listen, everyone can use a little pick-me-up. And when it's that time, reach for a bottle of Zion Organic Roots, made from all natural ingredients. Zion Roots in ginseng, tiger balm, bedroom bully is the natural alternative. Zion Roots is available at all local restaurants and Caribbean stores. Visit our website at zionrootsorganic.com or call 954-588-5203. Zion Roots, the natural alternative.
60 and bossy with J and Money.
What a way you look both in it. Jay and Money, I give a dream vacation of go Yaawd, brethren. Move.
After you now we nothing. You trouble with luck.
All me have to do is send some money go a Yaawd for your chance and I eat that. Where?
Celebrate Jamaica 60 with Jay and Money for a chance to win a dream vacation for two to Jamaica, including airfare, resort stay, and more. Send money for a chance to win. Jay and Money 60 and bossy enough. No jam bank account required.
Jamaica, the home of authentic reggae music and reggae wear. Reggae wear, the gear for any occasion. Reggae wear, stylish. Reggae gear, fashionable. Authentic garments, the rhythm of Jamaica. Wrap yourself in the warmth of reggae wear. Get your reggae gear today. Visit www.yawdmedia.com. Capture the rhythm of Jamaica in reggae wear. Vibrant colors for spring, summer, fall, and winter. Visit our website at www.yawdmedia.com and get your reggae gear today.
Okay. So, we're back, and just a final segment of our Sunday Scoops on the road. Mr. Big G, I know you have a whole heap to say as usual, so over to you.
Well, as soon as the band leaves, we have some recorded Mento music, by Baba Motan, Lord Flea and Lord Fly and Count Lash and Mr. Chin and his orchestra. So, we can play some of those, but we're going to look forward to the little brata we're getting right now, because, when you go down a Haywood Street or Coronation Market and you ask for a dozen mango or a dozen, you have to get a little bit more. Yeah.
You have to get at least two. But another thing we want to find out, Colin, guys, Tallawah, this music, people are asking where they can purchase your music. And I think it's a good time to, a little advertising. Where can your music be found?
Records distribute our music, but if you Google Tallawah Mento Band, there are a number of sites that the music can be
Okay.
purchased, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to. All right. While you guys getting yourself sorted out, we're gonna just run a little notice. NDTC is gonna be in town this coming weekend, and Donnelly.
This is the most tiring audience I've ever been in my whole life. I just can't stay still. Yes. You want to ask me something?
Yes.
Okay. So, NDTC, National Dance Theatre Company of Jamaica, celebrating its 60th year of operations, just like Jamaica's 60th. And we have the honor, the privilege of having 2 shows here next weekend. One is Saturday, October 1st, and that is at the South Miami-Dade Cultural Arts Center. And the second one is in Miramar. That is 8 o'clock on Saturday. I hope I have it right. One is 8, one is 7, so let me make sure I have it right. So on Saturday, October 1st, is 8 p.m. at South Miami-Dade Cultural Arts Center, and at 7 p.m. at the Miramar Cultural Center on Sunday, October 2nd. Now, save yourself all of that. Just go to www.louisebennettheritage.com. I'm going to spell it out so you don't get it wrong, because there are other sites that look like it. It's www.louisebennettheritage.com. It's very important you go to that site. Plus, it's a one-stop shop. You can get your tickets there. Plus, you can find out about the Louis Bennett Heritage Council. We are, of course, representing Miss Lou, a cultural icon. I mean, she's just an amazing person. And what we are doing here is we are doing everything to keep the legacy alive. So we are sharing it. We're doing it. We're doing writing clinics. We're a non-profit organization doing everything to keep the culture alive. And listen, when I say I was tired here, I'm tired here, it's because the rhythm, just everything that's happening here, you have to be here to see what's happening or to hear what's happening. You can hear it, but to feel it, there's a difference with the feeling, because it's all your senses coming together. That's what you expect when you go to the performances for the NDTC. They are world-renowned. I mean, it's not just about the culture, it's the quality of the performance. And so expect something electrifying, just something to move you. Remember, go to www.louisebennettheritage.com for the opportunity to sit. Now, there are really good tickets still available at the Miami-Dade Cultural Arts Center, but you have to go now to get your ticket. All right? When you go, whichever one you go, another thing is you have the tickets, and we're also having a VIP reception. And what we have done is you can choose any seat that you want that's available and still participate in the reception. There's an add-on for $20. So you don't have to choose the seat right under the stage in order to go to the VIP reception. You can sit anywhere and still have that as an add-on. Remember that. And remember, go to the authentic site to buy your tickets. Anything you want to ask me about the show?
For somebody who tell me, say, you don't have nothing to say. That was kind of, I'm almost wondering if it's the same person we had asked to say a few words. And we were regaled. The Jamaican culture is world-renowned. Louis Bennett turned 103, would have been 103 years old this year. And by the way, Colin, you see me grinning and looking like a please 15-year-old, is also a major part of the Louis Bennett Foundation. Tell me about that.
He's the head honcho. He's the guy, the president of the Louis Bennett Heritage Council. And you mentioned Miss Lou. Did you also know that Miss Lou was founding patron of the National Dance Theatre Company? Okay, all right.
Didn't know that. But 60 years of age, the NDTC founded. Same year Jamaica became independent, and one of the things we're trying to do is to keep the culture alive. And there's no better way of doing that than this musical thing. Colin mentioned it earlier. Before we had newspapers, before we had the radio, in terms of this national coverage, what you have always had the music. And in those days, it was the music that carried the news, carried the stories, etc. No wonder in the plantation system, them try to silence people. In fact, before you made that point, God, the Night Noise Abatement Act, which is in vogue now in Jamaica, was always there. That's where it was coming from. The way to silence the people, because people talk through the music. And to silence them, you put these laws in. So you can't have no dance, you can't have no stage show, you can't even have this kind of gathering, because If you can walk through the door and hear the music, that is noise and everybody under arrest. That is the culture and why we need to preserve it. And that is the reason why we're going to give the people a little bit more of a taste of what we call it, brata. Over to you.
Yes, I actually have a very special brata. When I did say earlier that we didn't have all the members of our group, our flute player is absent, and now our violin player has joined us. These two, this is Josie, our violin player. She's a nurse, and so is our flute player. So, you know, their times are not like us who don't work on Sundays. Right? Yes. So, with her being here, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Haitian influence on our music. Who know a tune called Yellowbird? Yes, everybody here know it. Can I tell you it's not a Jamaican song? It's a Haitian song which we adapted. It's a Haitian song called Shukun. We also adapted some music from Trinidad and Bahamas and places like that. But for today, we're just going to do one from Trinidad and we're going to do two from Haiti. Josie's roots is Haiti, and she's bringing that influence back into our Mento music. The last piece, you will hear how you will recognize them and think they are Mento tunes, but they are actually Haitian rhythms, Haitian songs. So first, Trinidad.
A tourist dame, I met her the night she came. When she curiously asking about my country, she said, I heard about Bacchanal and the Trinidad Carnival. So I want to join in the fun. I want you tell me how it is done. I said, do, come in town Juve morning. Find yourself in a band. Watch the way how the natives moving. Hug up tight with a man. Swing along with the tunes they're playing. And now and again you shouting. Play bass Bacchanal, Miss Tourist. That is Carnival. Well, the following day, we went to Maracas Bay. And every step she walk, she talk this Juve talk. Said, been told, Bacchanal is out of this world. So I want to join in the fun. I want you tell me how it is done. I said, do, come in town Juve morning. Find yourself in a band. Watch the way how the natives moving. Hug up tight with a man. Swing along with the tunes they're playing. And now and again you shouting. Play mass Bacchanal, Miss Tourist. That is Carnival. Come in town Juve morning. Find yourself in a band. Watch the way how the natives moving. Hug up tight with a man. Swing along with the tunes they're playing. And now and again you shouting. Play mass Bacchanal, Miss Tourist. That is Carnival. Play mass Bacchanal, Miss Tourist. That is Carnival. Play mass Bacchanal, Miss Tourist. That is Carnival.
My that we call is called Shukun. It's a song that was written as a poem back in 1776. Long, long, long ago. All right.
Yellow bird up high in banana tree. Yellow bird, you sit all alone like me. Did your lady friend leave your nest again? That is very sad, makes me feel so bad. You can fly away in the sky away. You're more lucky than me. Yellow bird up high in banana tree. Yellow bird, you sit all alone like me. Did your lady friend leave the nest again? That is very bad, makes me feel so sad. You can fly away in the sky away. You're more lucky than me. Tis oiseaux ne boivent pas goûter.
Les mouettons de ça, ouais, gagner la peine. Car depuis jour ça, depuis moi non chaîne. Les mouettons de ça, ouais, gagner la peine. Depuis moi non chaîne.
Yellow bird up high in banana tree. Yellow bird up high in banana tree. your lady friend leave the nest again? That is very bad, makes me feel so sad. You can fly away, in the sky away. You're more lucky than me. Yellow bird.
This one will be our last number. It's another Haitian song called Panama Mento Band. It's a story of about a man who was riding his horse, and when he got to this particular crossroads, the wind blew and he lost his hat, and he was a little distraught, and having to ask folks to try and pick up his hat for him. But listen to it, you will,
When sortit la ville et Jacmel. Panama me tombe, Panama me tombe, Panama me tombe.
Panama me tombe, Panama me tombe, Panama me tombe, ça qui derrière ramasser les bouets.
Panama me tombe,
Panama me tombe, Panama te tombe, Panama te tombe. Moi sorti la ville Jacmel, Panama moi tombé, en arrivant Carrefour Bénin, Panama moi tombé. Moi sorti la ville Jacmel, Panama moi tombé, en arrivant Carrefour Bénin, Panama moi tombé. Panama moi tombé, Panama moi tombé. Panama me tombe, la mirine, Panama me tombe, Panama me tombe, Panama me tombe, Panama me tombe, la mirine, Panama me tombe.
So that's it, folks. Regrettably, we have to keep another appointment, but I promise you we will return.
Regrettably,
you better come back.
regrettably, you have to leave because you have another appointment. Don't regret that appointment. Regrettably.
No. Listen, it has been an absolute pleasure having you guys here. This is a real treat from a cultural music perspective. It has been, and as our team, the Yaawd Media DMR team, we have enjoyed having you guys here and to be able to transmit this material. Yeah. More importantly, to have it recorded for posterity.
Right.
So the viewers can always go to our website at yaawdmedia.com and watch the show at their own pleasure. I think we really need 2 hours is not enough to give the kind of justice to
now you start
the
encroaching.
culture.
You
right?
need to get the man them some money if you have them more than 2 hours. However, one of the things that I've really learned, I mean, I knew before, but one of the things that has been reinforced today is how inextricably intertwined our history with Haiti is, especially with the music.
Yes.
And it also brought me back to my childhood growing up in the hills of Manchester. Christmas time, when the Mento Band them play in Christian, I can tell you it's marvelous, wonderful. Now goosebumps.
When next we come, we will do the segment which shows the linkage with American music, the jazz, the blues, the Cuban music, Bahamian music, and so forth. Okay.
And I'm sorry, we interrupted you earlier talking about you had some CDs.
Yes. Angela, you're
She's a librarian.
Yes.
Or the custodian of the music.
That CD is called River to the Bank. And
she'll have money, I give it to you now. $20 in there.
Yes.
So it's $20 for this CD?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to snag this one. I'll give you $20 after. This is a CD, folks. Tallawah Mento Band. River to the Bank.
River to the Bank.
And if you don't understand the vernacular, it's River to the Bank.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap it right here. Of course, we're gonna have to look at doing this again.
Yes.
It is just too good to not be able to, have this out there for the public. And hopefully when we do this again, you will have the entire band.
Yeah. And we'll have a bigger audience.
And we have a much
bigger
audience.
venue.
Yes. I think that's really what we wanted to do, God, was to kind of test the waters in terms of where we, what the response was.
A boutique performance.
And I think we have succeeded. The response has been good. And so we're going to take it from there. But again, on behalf of the Jamaica National Money Services,
NDTC,
Island Space, the NDTC,
the Tallawah
was
Band,
here,
Yaawd Media,
DMR,
walk good.
We want to say, walk good.
Jagai and bless.
Absolutely.
Thank you.